Well, hello, hello. Thanks for watching. This is Kalika, and I wanted to wait a couple days to give my commentary on the election just because there's a lot going on, and my emotions have been all over the place, as I'm sure many people have. So it's taken a minute for me to kind of like get my words together and formulate an opinion on the matter. And I would say, when was it? Today's Tuesday. It's been a week. So the only opinion I feel like I really have at this point is that I don't know what the fuck's going on. And I think if you think you know, you really don't. So there's a lot of people wasting a lot of time saying, oh, there's election fraud. There's people on the other side saying there's no election fraud. But all we really know is that we don't know shit. So I think we are going to see a lot of things play out though over the next month. I hope everyone has their popcorn ready. Mine is. I like popcorn, so I'm very excited for this. I'm not excited because people's, it's never exciting when, someone gets heartbroken over results of an election, but that's kind of what's going to happen here. But it's going to be a lot of heightened emotions. We are entering the season finale of 2020, if anyone has not realized that yet. So, however it turns out, I don't know. I really can't guess. I'm just, I have come for myself at least, that I am at peace with whoever wins this election, as long as it is, faith is restored in the American people, in democracy, that it's legitimate. So I really do hope that if Biden won, that these votes and this, people claiming fraud, every claim is looked into and debunked, and then he wins twice. If for whatever reason they find fraudulent votes, I really hope that is brought to light, and if Trump is the actual winner, then great, he wins. So I've come to peace with a Biden win. I really have. I don't dislike the guy. I was a huge Obama fan, but what I have not come to peace with is still the reason I'm a lefty. I was a liberal my entire life, and I voted a Democrat my whole life until this year. What I cannot come to peace with is the hypocrisy within my own party. And I'm not saying this doesn't happen on the right, because I am seeing a lot of it happen on the right now, especially with this win. Like, I felt like I had kind of gone pretty right, and then this election stuff put me pretty back center. Definitely not left, but center. So I do see hypocrisy happening on both sides. But here's what the difference I believe is. I think that if you are a shitty person on the right, you have no problem admitting you're a shitty person. If you're somebody who's like, oh, you fucking liberal snowflake, blah, 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 you're like, you know what, I'm just a shitty person. I'm going to tell this person to go fuck themselves because that's just the kind of person I am. However, if you're a shitty person on the left and you're calling people racist and xenophobic and homophobic and you're yelling names left and right, you're likely hiding under like a umbrella of I'm protecting my energy. Okay, so I'm name calling all these people and making them feel bad to protect my energy because I'm a good person. And it's hiding behind this, mask of compassion that the left has. That to me is very, very hypocritical. And I'm just going to put some things out that I've seen happen this year that really some red flags for me. So let's go to this Black Lives Matter stuff, for example. In the industry I work in nightlife, let's be real, as much as no one wants to admit it, there's some racist shit that goes on. Just, but it's not just racism, it's classism stuff, it's gender privilege. There's just a lot of things that go on in nightlife. And some of the people, I work in hip-hop, I book hip-hop for a living. So, I'm trying to get a lot of these artists into venues sometimes. And I'll say, hey, I would love to do a residency with so-and-so. And the response that I'll get from these people is, oh, I don't like the crowd it brings. We're not going to have that artist. And then, these same people who tell me the artist I'm pushing brings a bad crowd is now like the martyr for the BLM movement, these white individuals. And that to me is hypocritical, So that's one thing that I kind of have a problem with. That was the first thing. The second thing is I don't like how Democrats are stay home, save lives unless they want to go out and protest, or unless it's a funeral that they approve of for thousands of people, unless they're going out to party in the streets because their candidate won. It's not cool that they're saying, oh, don't have but these people partying at the streets are and protest have masks on. Okay, but you know what? In Atlanta nightclubs, they aren't wearing masks, and they're having sold-out shows 7 nights a week, and no one's saying anything. And this is where CNN's headquarters are. I mean, who's to say that these people at CNN who are like, you know, every night saying COVID numbers are on the rise, here's our click count, mask up, are freaking partying down the street with their homies after they get off work, like, no mask. It's hypocritical to me. We saw a sold out Trey Songz show Halloween night. God bless Trey Songz, I love him, he's one of my favorite artists. No one says anything. You have a Smash Mouth concert in South Dakota that's sold out. It's a super spreader event. Super spreaders. We heard it for months. The South Dakota super spreader event is now responsible for half the COVID cases in the whole Midwest. Like, okay, yeah, no, whatever. Moving on. I don't like it. I don't like that, you know, all this stuff's happening while my kid, who's autistic, can't go to services, while they can't go to school. Hi, Landon. He wants to come say hi, by the way. You know, while half our industry is closed down, we can't work. We just had to close San Diego down today again. It's very, very disappointing. So that's what I can't get with this, the hypocritical stuff. And, you know, I don't really know the reason behind why they gotta, like, pretend like they're these really good people when they're actually just pieces of shit. And I'm gonna say that bluntly because, let's just say, when I used to work at this restaurant in Montana, we used to back then called them hippies. Now I guess you call them liberals. Back then they were called hippies. You know, I would show up with a freaking coffee in my hand and they would be like, oh, you're terrible because you're supporting big corporations, you know, or I would be listening to Britney Spears on my iPod. They'd be like, oh, you're a sellout, you like pop culture. And, you know, they just beat you and beat you and beat you for being different from them, for thinking differently from them. And that's what they continue to do, is they beat people who think differently from them. You're a black conservative, you're a sellout. They can't imagine that you have a mind of your own. You know, you're just anything that is different from them. You know, you're a Catholic woman, you don't get the privilege of being called a feminist. You don't get the support of the feminists because of your religion. It's, you know, first of all, I feel like as a true liberal is just be open of like everyone's religion. That's like, you know, being a liberal 101 is we don't judge you on your faith. So I just, yeah, I hate to say it, but it's not cool. And that's what I can get with the Biden win. I cannot get with the hypocritical BS that's coming from the left. It needs to stop. And I will keep fighting that as long as I gotta fight it for. I don't know what's gonna get us kind of this, but how to get off my chest, how to share my feelings. I gotta go after my kid, he's going a little crazy. So thanks for tuning in and we'll chat soon.